Good morning. Today I kind of want to touch on, wanted to get to the point that, like, you have to get to a point that you're so sick of it. You're so sick of what your current reality is that you actually start taking steps and start changing the shit that you do in hopes, like, you start testing the waters, you start testing shit. It gets you to the point where you're open-minded enough to try anything. That's kind of where I was with acne. You know, I was never someone I was never such a severe case study of, like, really, really bad acne that needed, like, medical intervention or anything like that. But it was, like, seemingly all the people I was friends with and all the people I grew up with and my siblings, everyone around me seemed to, like, not have it nearly or have to deal with it nearly as much as I had to deal with it, which was, like, all a perspective and just was, like, my subjective reality in that situation. But I got to a point where, like, I was doing everything else. I was doing everything else correctly. I was, like, my diet was in check. I was training for a marathon. I was doing jiu-jitsu. I was lifting weights. Like, everything else was in check. And, like, my body was toned, but my face was still, like, fat looking and rounded. Like, neck up, I just looked, like, round, and it pissed me off. And then I had acne. If I wavered from my routine even slightly, like, if I, God forbid, didn't wash my face one night or didn't take a shower one night because I took one earlier in the day and didn't do anything to sweat and went to bed, like, I'm waking up with, like, another breakout or some shit. Or if I, like, hopped out of the shower and the environment wasn't perfectly right, like, if it wasn't, like, cold and I could cool down after the shower, like, if I got out and it was, like, hot and I felt, like, low-key, like, sweaty after the shower and, like, I had to cool down, I would break out. Like, if the conditions were not perfect, I would fucking break out. And sometimes unfortunately, it takes getting to the point where you're just completely fed up. I don't know. I just feel like most of the times in life and in people's lives, like, if everything's not hitting the fan, if something's not, like, actively causing harm or frustration, then, like, why change it? And that's the shitty thing about diet is most people, like, and the shitty thing about, like, societal norms nowadays is, like, it's been normalized feeling like shit at 23. It's been normalized not having energy at 23 and feeling fatigued. So no one recognizes it as a problem. But I'm speaking to those of you who may be watching that are like, no, I deal with acne. I'm sick of it. Or I deal with this. I'm fucking sick of it. Those of you who actually have something you're, like, trying to fix and trying to put at ease. Like, I had gotten to that point with the acne. I was doing everything else right. I was, like, ripped down below because I was putting in so many miles, burning so much fucking fat. But up top, I still had acne and my face was still bloated. My diet was right, but I was still using my face wash. I was still using my facial moisturizer. And I would just cut to the shit right now and say, like, just as it is with diet and cutting out artificial and synthetic ingredients out of your diet, that also applies to what you're applying on your skin and on the outside of your body topically. Like, if you're just lathering your face and lathering your skin in a lotion, I would urge you to check the ingredient facts or scan it with, like, some sort of scanner app. I would put a lot of money at that. It says it doesn't fucking come back good. That's what mine came back. I didn't even know I could scan products outside of food products until I did. So I switched to a healthier, like, a cleaner, more natural facial moisturizer and face lotion. And then my skin adjusted, and then about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, it was all dog shit again. There was, like, 3 or 4 different people at this point that, like, kept saying, like, somehow the conversation came up. And they kept saying, yeah, like, I don't wash my face with soap, bro. Like, why would I put more shit on my face? And I kind of ignored the first person and the second person that I heard it from. And then the third one I kind of listened to a bit. And then the fourth one I was like, all right, you know what? At this point, I'm so fucking sick of, I feel so not masculine having to, like, worry so frivolously about, like, my facial routine and, like, my skincare routine. Like, that just made me feel stupid and dumb. And, like, I know most people are going to be like, that's not everyone who has ever said, that's not stupid, that's not dumb. I felt it. So, like, I feel stupid, I feel dumb. This feels, like, mentally and emotionally taxing. And I'm done with it. I'm willing to try anything. And so I did. I stopped washing my face with soap. I stopped putting my facial moisturizer on and switched to like a natural oil that was like a 1-ingredient oil called jojoba oil, Jojoba. Lo and behold, it like everything got better. Like just as what I was doing with my diet and like my mental clarity and my mood and cutting out alcohol, cutting out fucking weed and vaping, my mood and all of that shit got better with that. And when I took that into what I was putting on my face, it also got better. Like, I have said this before, but I'm gonna keep fucking saying this. I will keep repeating points because not everyone's gonna see the same video. For one, when you feel like, you don't put diesel gasoline in a car that doesn't take diesel because that engine is gonna blow the fuck up. So why would you put synthetic artificial chemicals in your body that's meant to eat shit that grew out of the ground, was picked out of a tree, or had a mom or dad? Like, you are not supposed to. Our bodies are resilient, and so they can process all these processed chemicals, but they are not meant to. And when you experience symptoms and everything else in your life seems to be going well, you should probably try to find what the common denominator is. And 100% of the time, it is your fucking diet, and it is the chemicals that you are putting on your face or on your skin. And when you cut them out, nothing's going to get worse. The only period that things might get worse is when your face and when your skin, in this specific case, is readjusting and purging all of that shit out, which mine did a little bit. It got a little oily, had a few flare-ups, and then week 2 came around and it all went away. And now I can go to sleep without having to like constantly worry about washing my face. I can go to sleep without taking a shower, which, like, don't say I'm fucking nasty. It's like I did take a shower that day, but like I don't have to shower right before I go to sleep. I don't have to be so fucking hardcore about like my nightly routine and outside of just doing the things that I normally do to plan my next day a little bit. It solved it. And like, all of this to wrap back to the original point is like, the few of y'all that are watching this that are at that point where you're so sick of it, please, when I tell you, it's either diet or it's the shit you're putting on your face. It is the actual ingredients themselves. It is the ingredients. Like, when you make yourself aware of the ingredients that you're consuming and you cut them out, just like a hard stop, which, like, that's a whole nother video in itself. And that's what I do with one-on-one clients. And that's what I do to help people is like, you know, yes, they can get, you know, I can sit here and say like, cut the ingredients out, but it is a whole process of like, it's hard to just go from like consuming like the normal the average American diet to completely cutting all of that shit out. And a lot of the times that takes either some help or some getting absolutely so fucking sick of your current state of being that you just say fuck it and you do something about it. And that's what I did when I got 2 DWIs back to back. I was so sick of my current experience and having not gone to college and, you know, going the entrepreneurial route, but feeling stressed and anxious and upset about my life and my experience and being a piece of shit and being a bad role model and all the shit that comes with just fucking off, working some waiter, bartender job, working at some fuck-ass restaurant that doesn't care about me, getting off the clock, drinking with my friends like 4 or 5 or 6 days a week, smoking and vaping every day of the week. Like, I was so sick of what that, like, the reality that had created as my life and as who I was, that I actually just hard stopped and like did something about it, because I experienced something that was like a double whammy slap in my own face. And it was like very apparent in that moment that like, bro, this is your own doing. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you on? And so I went and made that change. And then again, I was like, I made that change and I was feeling a lot better. And I was doing all these things. I was leaning into shit that was uncomfortable and leaning into shit that was hard and getting comfortable with uncomfort and just creating a version of myself that I was proud of and that I was proud to be. But then I was still dealing with the acne. And I had to get to the point where I was just so sick and fucking tired of what my actions were daily or typically had led to my current state of being that was constantly having to deal with and constantly having to fucking be so hardcore about a routine. Like, none of us need to be super hardcore about a facial routine or like any of that to like ease our symptoms. What you need to be hardcore about is the actual ingredients you're putting in your fucking body or on your face or on your skin. And when you fix that, and when you allow yourself to get the few of you that are going to allow yourself or are already at that point where you're so fucking sick and fed up, like, if me saying this to you isn't enough, then you're just going to have to sit in that space and get a little bit more sick and fed up and a little bit more annoyed until you actually do something on your own accord about it. Like, and push through any sort of uncomfort and any sort of like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. Like, this seems counterintuitive. Like, any natural and holistic and like cut blank out of your diet or blank out of your routine is going to seem like every bit of marketing has made it seem like insane and like, oh, it's just conspiracy, bro. Like, you need this product. You need to be buying this every month. Like, no, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't. Save yourself the money, save yourself the headache, and cut the shit out. Just wash your face with fucking water like they did in the times when they didn't even fucking have showers to begin with. And they were washing their face with nasty ass water too, probably. And like, you look back in history and people didn't have fucking severe acne. You look back in history and people weren't every single person that died didn't die of cancer or heart disease or obesity. None of this shit was a problem until humans made it a fucking problem. Like, hear me when I say these companies do not make money if your symptoms go away. They make money off of managing your symptoms and constantly leading you down this fucking breadcrumb trail of like, ooh, okay, like you tried this product and now it's like you're still struggling. Okay, here's this product for it, or here's this fucking pill. Like, wake the fuck up and pull back for a second and realize, like, we've all been fucked and psyoped intentionally for the sake of profit. Like, this isn't just conspiracy. This is the fact of the matter. And you will realize this when you actually cut shit out. When you actually cold turkey stop every artificial anything in your diet and on your skin, topically, or on your face. Like, if they deleted every bit of synthetic additives and tomorrow we woke up and no synthetic man-made ingredients, additives, or chemical makeups existed of any fucking kind, no one is feeling worse off come a week's time, and come a 2 weeks time, and 3 weeks time, and a month's time. I guarantee every single person on the planet is going to feel and would feel leaps and bounds better than what they currently fucking feel. And they'd be like, whoa, oh, this is weird. This is weird. What the fuck? Like, my body's just doing its thing and healing itself because I'm not fucking torturing it with chemicals that are killing it slowly. Yes. Your body can heal itself. Your skin can heal itself. Lo and behold, when you scrape your fucking knee on the ground, it heals. It heals in a couple weeks. Like, can do the same thing with your brain, can do the same thing with your emotions, can do the same thing with acne, can do the same thing with like mental fog, all the shit. When you start fueling it with the shit it needs, all of a sudden things just become clear and simple. Like, you just simplify it and worry about like the urges and the process later. Like, just simplify it for yourself, because the world and the marketing right now is meant to keep you confused, meant to keep you questioning, like, oh, well, do I need, maybe this product can help. Maybe this method, maybe this new method could help. It's not gonna. It's gonna leave you in the same fucking spot that you were at right now. It'll give you like a week or 2 weeks of like, ooh, yeah, my skin does feel better. My skin does feel, and then it's just going to go back to what it was. Like it does every single fucking time. Because guess what? Your skin and your face and your body is a living, breathing fucking organism that adapts. I'm just saying, try that shit out. I mean, if you're someone who's watching this and you feel spoken to and you've not tried this out, try it out. It's going to solve your acne problems. Like, if you're someone who's feeling stressed and anxious, diet plays a huge role in that. Cut out all the additives. Cut out all the bullshit that you're not supposed to be fucking eating. If you feel like you're overweight, cut out all the additives. Cut out all the bullshit you're not supposed to be eating. It's going to be a lot easier to start managing it. My only point in recording videos is actually to like help even one of you to like experience a better version of yourself and a better version of your current state of being. Because it is tough. When I did this all alone, like it is a grueling process of like, fuck, I can't eat anything. But when you see the benefits of having done so, usually that's enough to get you to continue doing it. If I can get someone past month 1 or I can get someone past month 2, like they kind of sell themselves. The lack of symptoms continually fucking people usually gets them to, that's what it did for me. Like, you think I don't see fucking fruit snacks, or I don't see fucking gushers every once in a while, or I don't see this, that, or the other, or like a burger or like a pizza, and I'm like, damn, that looks pretty good. Yes, it does. But you know what also looks pretty fucking good? My face when I don't eat that shit. You know what else feels really fucking good? Oh, and mental clarity when I don't eat that shit. It's like you being stoic with the food. You let the emotions come in, and then you tip your hat, and you let them right out the fucking back door. You don't let them come in and stew everything up and fuck up your room and make it a mess and then fucking leave and be laughing and pointing at you. Same thing with the food. You feel the emotion come in, you feel the urge come in, you're like, well, let that motherfucker out the back door. Hello, welcome. Yeah, cool, nice to meet you. Get the fuck out. You do not need that shit. That shit is only going to give you symptoms. That shit is only going to make your life more difficult. Because guess what? It's synthetic, artificial bullshit that is not real food that you should be fueling yourself with. Anyways, I'm about to hit this run that I don't want to hit, but I'm going to hit because it's good for my mental. Doing hard shit. If you feel like you've tried this and you need like real help implementing and like staying accountable and holding yourself accountable, first link in the description is a call link. And if you just feel like you really need someone to really direct you and guide you in a good way, and in the right way to avoid all the bullshit, then click that link, schedule a call, and let's chat about it. Because if I had that, it would have cut a lot of time and effort off of my fixing my symptoms and my experience. So I don't know what I'm going to start calling these talks in this series, but I'll come up with a name eventually. All right. Have a good one.